everybody, welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back with a very interesting video. I'm very excited about this. This is the Mora Garberg. For those of you who don't know much about me, I want to tell you that I'm a big fan of Mora knives. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll already know that. I was really excited about bringing this Mora Garberg in because this is the first time Mora has released a full tang knife. This is a stainless steel blade, 4.3 inch blade length, 109 millimeters. It has a 9-inch overall length, 229 millimeters. The blade thickness is 0.13 of an inch or 3.2 millimeters. It weighs 9.6 ounces or 272 grams, I guess. It says you can use it with the fire starter, and it's a full tang knife. So there's some of the specs that I just read. I'm going to read this other passage right here. It says Mora Knife Garberg is a powerful full tang knife designed to perform the toughest tasks it encounters. Wow, I'm excited. Manufactured at our factory in Mora, Sweden. Wait a minute. Mora, Sweden. I never knew that. It's the most robust knife we've ever made. The 3.2 millimeter thick blade, okay, so again it's 0.13 inches, is made from high-grade Swedish stainless steel. Treated to make it even stronger and more durable, the blade has a Scandi grind profile that makes it easy to keep sharp, and a ground spine compatible with the fire starter. Whatever adventure you're on, you don't want to be without it, making your Mora knife a part of you. Man, now I chose, when I bought this, there's a couple options that I saw. I bought this off of Amazon. You can get the Mora knife that has the, I guess it's like a plastic type sheath, but I chose the leather. I chose leather for my sheath that cost a little bit more, but I think it's more up my alley. The heavy-duty knife sheath made of 3 millimeter thick leather perfectly complements the look and feel of the full tang knife. Now let's go ahead and crack this baby open. I've been waiting to do this for a while. I'm excited. So those of you might be wondering how much this knife cost. This was about 75 bucks. Wow. First impressions are wow. This sheath is beautiful. Look at this beautiful stitching. Oh my gosh, this is just really nice looking. This sheath is very nice. Thick leather. They ain't kidding. And I like this, that they made this wide. Boy, you could just put that right on your belt. Bam. This thing would hang very nice. Boy, that's a beautiful sheath. Man, if the sheath speaks for the knife, I can't wait to see the knife. So you got this nice little button right there. Pops shut. Let's take a look at the very first look of the Mora Garberg. Wow, this is a beautiful blade. Full tang. Boy, that's even 90-degree spine right there too. Boy, it's got that nice Scandinavian grind. Good point, good profile. Look at that blade profile right there. Perfect. Stainless steel, man, it has a good feel to it. So the first piece I'm going to work with is about 2 inches in diameter. Boy, the blade just fits right over that real nice. I'm going to go right down the middle, right off the bat. Let's see what happens here. Boy, this thing is solid. It's got a good feel to it. Oh, just broke my baton stick. It's got a good feel. The plastic handle, it has a very plasticky feel. So let's reinsert that a little deeper. Get a little more purchase on it. Let's continue to baton. Hopefully we'll get through this. My baton is kind of a weak piece of wood here. I might need to get something a little thicker. Let's try this piece. Boy, this is a solid feeling knife. And this piece is kind of difficult because I have this big knot right here where a branch was. If I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't be dealing with this difficulty right here. But this is a good test. You know me, folks. I'm always going to test the knife in a real situation. I'm not going to be like, oh, this thing's great. Wow. So I just went through a pretty thick piece. I mean, that thing is 2 inches easily. Let's try out this initial sharpness. Let's see what kind of cutting this thing can do. Just using some little push cuts here. Pretty sharp. That blade is sharp, especially on the tip there. I mean, even the tip right there is sharp. It just cuts in there. Look at that, it's very sharp. Now, I'll be honest, I'm getting a little bit of shock in the hand right now. Getting a little bit of vibration. Perfect depth. Let me go one more time. I think I'm almost through it. All I got to do is get past that knot. Nope, not going to happen. So let's pull this blade out. Anytime you're pulling a blade out like this, be careful not to just jerk the thing and cut your gut open. We don't need to perform Japanese seppuku right now. For those of you who don't understand seppuku, that was a Japanese ritual of suicide. Basically cutting his guts out. So the Mora would have been probably a good knife for that. Wow. That turned out pretty nice. Some of you watching might be wondering, why is it so important to baton this wood and get to the center of the wood? The purpose of why we baton is so that we get, if the wood was wet, we get to the center of the wood where it's driest. Like this piece right here. So then if you stick your blade into the wood, you can sit here and make these little fine cuts and get yourself some tinder. So I'm just dragging this thing, making tiny little cuts, small pieces. This is going to be used to help start a fire here in a minute. See those? Little tiny pieces. Nothing too crazy. Being careful not to run my finger into the blade, obviously. I want to take the spine of the blade and I want to try to process the back of this wood here. I'm going to try to put together a little bit of tinder that I could use to hopefully start a fire. So I'm just using the spine. See that little pile of stuff I got there? That's what I want. I'm going to try to get just a little bit more. Well, I like this 90-degree spine of this knife. It's very good. It's kind of windy, so it's blowing my stuff all over. So there's the start to my fire. There's my tinder. So let's pull out my ferro rod that I got from my brother Plumpy E. So Plumpy, thank you for the ferro rod, brother. That thing just really gets going. Thing just showers sparks down. Look at that, you could really easily make a fire. It's crazy. Just works very well. And I didn't even have a tinder pile, I just kind of got wood from the inside of that log. I like this knife. I'm going to dump that in the fire pit. You might be wondering what my final thoughts are on this Mora Garberg. Here's a look at it after I played with it. Everything is still nice and straight. I didn't mess up the blade profile or anything like that. You can see that I got a little resin on the blade from where I batoned. I really like it. It feels solid. Feels extremely solid. The grip here has a very hard plastic type feel. It's not like the Mora Companion or the Mora Heavy Duty in the fact that those grips feel more rubbery. This one feels like a hard plastic kind of grip. I'll tell you what, the way it strikes a ferro rod is just beautiful. I mean, easy sparks. No problem. So the spine is fabulous. I love the spine. The blade length is good. I think this is going to be a good addition to my knives. So folks, please feel free to leave comments down below. I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Please feel free to like this video, share this video, and if you like the content that you see on my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. And until next time, folks, thanks again for watching. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Plumpy E, for the ferro rod. We'll talk to you guys later.